boys and girls of grade 5, and welcome to another English language lesson. Now, do you remember that in our last class, we were taking a look at the continuous tenses? Do you remember what it is that we will be looking at for this lesson? Yes, the past participle. So, what is past participle? Past participle is the verb form that is used to form passive and perfect tenses. Unlike present participle, past participle do not have a consistent ending like ing. They are not as easy to form. The past participle of some verbs are regular. For example, we simply add ed. But for other verbs, they are irregular, and so they have different forms. The past participle combines with auxiliary verbs to make different tenses. Unlike the present participle, past participles cannot function as nouns. However, they can function as adjectives. Let's take a look at this example. We have the falling branches and we have the fallen branches. Now, once we see ing, we know that it is present participle. There, falling branches can act as a noun. But where we have fallen branches, fallen is past participle, and there it is an adjective. Also, the past participle is used with auxiliary or helping verbs to form various tenses. As we stated, the tense that is formed that we will look at is the perfect tense. Let's look at some examples. We have, I have prayed. Now, this action seems to be perfected. Now, what does that mean? It refers to an action that was either completed in the past or started in the past and still continues now. So we have, I have prayed. Prayed being past participle and have being the auxiliary verb. We also have, I had spoken. Here, the verb refers to an action that took place in the past before something else happened. Had, auxiliary verb, spoken, past participle. Also, we can have, the girl would have eaten her lunch. In this example, the action refers to something that might have been completed if something else had or hadn't happened. So we have would have, auxiliary verbs, and eaten, past participle. Now, let's take a closer look at some examples of past participle. Now, let's start off simple. The regular verbs, cancel. The past participle would be cancelled, cancelled. Now, I know you're thinking, isn't that the past tense? Yes, it is. And it is also the past participle of cancel. Also, if we have the verb celebrate, the past participle would be celebrated, which is also the past tense of that verb. And so in most cases with regular verbs, you will find that both the past tense and the past participle are the same. But the trick comes when we're examining the irregular verbs, which have different forms of their past participles. Let's take a closer look. We have the verb choose. The past participle is chosen. We have swim. Past participle swum. Other examples include ring, rung, or freeze, frozen, or even rise, risen. Also, for examples of past participles, we can have write, written, or bring, brought, or give, given, and break, broken. Further, there is drink, drunk, as in D-R-U-N-K, or hold, held, hide, hidden, see, seen, and fly, flown. So those are some examples of past participles of given verbs. The regular verbs, as we stated, can form their past participles by simply adding ed. But as you can see with written or hidden and swum or given, these irregular verbs form their past participles differently. So let's try to form the past participles of these verbs in brackets for each of the sentences. The first one reads, Julie wasn't at home. She had something to the shops. We need to form the past participle of go. Yes, the past participle of go is gone. And so the sentence would read, Julie wasn't at home. She had gone to the shops. We also have, this was the first time she had something, her homework. We need to form the past participle of do. And so our sentence would read, this was the first time she had done her homework. Also, they have something painting the living room. The verb to form the past participle is begin. Yes, definitely. The past participle of begin is begun. B-E-G-U-N. They have begun painting the living room. Further, he has never something, a motorbike, before. The verb that we need to form the past participle of is drive. And that would be driven. So the sentence would read, he has never driven a motorbike before. So, since you seem to be getting the hang of past participles, try these. You will write the past participle of the given verbs. I'll give you a minute. We have build, come, do, draw, drink, drive, fall, find, and give. Great. So let's check in with those answers. The past participle of build is built. B-U-I-L-T. Come, it would be come also. C-O-M-E. Do, done. Draw, drawn. Drink, drunk. Drive, driven. Fall, fallen. Find, found. And give, given. So boys and girls, before we go, let's look over what we have done. The past participle of a verb is a verb form that is used to form the passive and perfect tense. The past participle combines with auxiliary or helping verbs to make different tenses. The past participles can be regular or irregular. For example, pass, the past participle would be passed. Or break, the past participle would be broken. It must be noted that at your level, it is important for you to memorize the various past participles of common verbs, since they would be useful in forming the perfect tense. So boys and girls, I'm sure you can agree with me that we have learned something useful and valuable in today's lesson. Remember that past participle is the foundation for the formation of the perfect tense, which I'm sure you're eager to learn about in our next class. However, this is where I'll say goodbye for now until another English language lesson.